So I ended up making a video that was like 30 minutes long, and it's gonna be chopped up into two parts. So here is the first. And what I'm gonna do with you today is that I'm gonna go through this. Alright, all of this, which is my routine that I've developed over time, and it started as a very short routine and now it's very long. But first, I want to address something in this. This is my older journal. Last year, 2023, I grew a passion flower. I bought a passion flower at the store and it came out beautifully. And it was giving me all these flowers. And these flowers are different than the leaves. You know, there are different things you can use on this plant. It's a South American, like Peruvian, that kind of stuff, you know, plant medicine thing. So of course it has a plant medicine usage to it, because that culture is all about the shamanism, the plant medicines, the curanderos, the vegetalistas. So the leaves contain something known as cyanogenic glycosides, and they become they release cyanide when a certain enzyme is activated. I didn't have to think any about that because I had this guy at the flower, you know, so I didn't have to think that much about that. And instead I could just cook up some water with the flower in it, and I got myself some tea, and then I would brush my teeth. So that's what this here means. But you could also buy it at the store, like an extract from like your local health store. Even some daily groceries, if it's big enough, have this, and you can buy it there. And this is when we have to start, maintaining a grip on what we want, because this is getting very close to something that is like putting something into your body to get a certain reaction, which is pharmacy, and they of course want their monopoly. And it's also that the state want you to believe certain things. They have invested interest in you as a spiritual being, and especially they would like you to sacrifice yourself for their cause, or be the mother of a child, be the virgin mother, or be the one who sacrifices and dies for the cause. You know, that's something they want, which is why they don't like this. And this has become the white elephant in the room, which is, I've been to Peru, you know, I've been to Peru. And one of the things about Peruvian culture, I mean, part of my process is integrating that experience, but Peru had all kinds of stuff. Like this is something they have in Peru. It's called, it's a cactus. I don't remember what it's called at this moment. And of course here you have the red mushroom, grows in forests made of pine, so it grows all over the place, of course. Then you have the mushrooms that grows on the grass, also grows all over, but also in Peru, you know, and these, almost every garden had this. This is called morning glory. It's morning glory, right? And of course, some retreats in Mexico were doing this. Everybody was doing this. This is mapacho. This was like super sacred to them and stuff. And like in the deserts, this would grow all over the place. It's called datura. And here, this here is this is coffee. You know, Psychotria viridis, that is used in ayahuasca, is related to coffee. So that was something they can tell us. This right here has probably had a huge effect on civilization. Coffee, right? And like energy drinks, you know, pre-workouts, and it has an effect on the body, and we're taking it as a for its effects, you know. And here it's very, one of the things I wish I knew. I wish I treated coffee the same way as the Peruvian shamans treat tobacco, because it's so much respect, you know. It's like It made it stronger and it made it more useful. But this is also super useful. Many people say if it wasn't for coffee, Western civilization wouldn't be what it is today. You know, so we're kind of like this legislation, like we wouldn't be where we're at without this, because this is what keeps people afloat. This is what makes people work 8 hours every day. You know, they did studies to decide how long the workday should be, and they saw that if you gave people more than 8 hours a day, they would just hit the wall and crash really quickly. So they didn't go further than 8 hours a day, because that wouldn't be they wouldn't want to pay for that. They want to use you for your best 8 hours, and then they want you to take this drug. They don't want you to do that, but it is something that creates way more profit, because you'll push yourself way harder. It does things to your heart rate, it does things to your nerves, it does things to your brain, and it makes you a better worker for them. But what I do is that I get up early, and then I do my practice, which I'm going to show you, and then I let the workplace get the bad effort. Because you know what, you know what makes me more tired than anything? Just standing around waiting. You know, that's the worst. It increases the metabolism, the adrenaline, it releases amino acids and fat, it blocks adenosine receptors that makes the sleepy sensuality of being slightly dozed. And it said, you look at this eye right here, the eye, it said that a goat herder discovered coffee because the goats got more energy by eating the berries of the coffee plant. You know, it has like, I've had this one in my windowsill actually. You can buy it at the local grocery store, and I thought I want to be to coffee with the respect that it deserves. And anyways, so I use it to make my daily cycle, my circadian rhythm, stronger. This is a little bit private, but it's okay, I can share. I used to be troubled by insomnia, yeah, but I never used coffee, and so I started medicating myself with coffee, and I found it to be better than the sleepy pills, because they only made me more sleepy, while coffee made me more awake, and I was already exhausted. So even though I was tired, I couldn't sleep. So I thought, okay, let's go the other direction. Let's try to be exceptionally awake during the day, so that when night comes, I will be exceptionally sleepy. But then I started using it as a pre-workout, and then it just became the new normal. And I wish I was. It's not the worst. It's not the worst entry into this, but it could have been so much better. It could have been so much better if I were able to treat this as a entheogen. You know, these things, they are representative of the entheogen. You know, entheos, going within to find your divine spark. The philosophy that God is sort of a state within, where you... I agree with this. This is something I talk about in the other book. We can take a look at that. You see, in my explanation, I talk about this, the experiencer, you know, that's the blue parts, the experience itself, that's like vibration and stuff, and then the infinite, which is kind of like just infinite awareness, but it's not so useful because it's just awareness. It doesn't define anything. And then we have the locker, which is the opposite. It's not awareness, but it defines things, and these four work together, creating this. And so, like, we go within, not to find this, but to find how these pieces match, and hopefully maybe we can alter something. Maybe we can make a compulsory narration that is undesirable go away. Maybe we can become more focused through having a closer relationship to our awareness. And maybe we can use the experience of, say, a wave, a synth wave, to anchor ourselves to get closer to the infinite, or so that we can keep the experiencer. Because the experiencer, when we relax deeply, like falling asleep, it goes away. It's not good. It's like this, you know. Oh no, this is the first time this has ever happened to me. It's so bad. Oh, I must have a psychotic break. No, but you're always losing it. You're always, like, sleep. There's like 8 hours that is being taken away. Where do those, like, time is moving exceptionally fast. It's not moving fast, it's moving exceptionally fast. Where did it go? Where did it go? And so we come to this, the practice, yeah, first, which are ways to get in touch with ourselves, essentially. Chakriva, this is kind of mild, but right here, look at this position here. Yeah, look at that guy. It's like, BAM! Yeah, it's like Ustrasana. BAM! It's like just radiating from his groin. Just like BAM! You know? And this position is actually very uncomfortable. Many of these positions are uncomfortable, but many stretching positions for the legs, like the splits, you don't feel safe. And you're hyperextending your knee sometimes. It's just not good, you know? And by going inwards and acknowledging that this is as far as I'm gonna go today, I don't have to go any further. We don't have to hold on to this childish belief that more is always better. I mean, this here, this has an effect. This has an effect. And of course here you can get those really insane positions, but it's not about that. It's not about the position. It's like, okay, I'll give you, this is kind of connected with this, okay? Ooming. So here what is depicted is a person who's resting because he has just had a coffee enema, and now there's a urge. The same way here there's the urge to release the position because it's uncomfortable. Here there's the urge to defecate, and he's using that urge to find a way to make it pass and to gain more control over the experience. So he's going within and he's doing a body scan, right? And it's like as low as you can go, and then he goes, so that's here, and here, vam. So vam, and then we have the diaphragm and the solar plexus. So lam, vam, ra, ha, 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 ha. Now it's higher. So first here, ram here, and then there's the solar plexus, and then there's the heart. So ha, 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 yam, yeah, so here the heart goes dunk dunk. So it's and here upper heart, and feel it pumping the blood into your arms and up into your head. And if you can, because this one has 3 petals. I haven't shown. Oh yes, I have. So this is 3 petals. 1, 2, 3. So blood goes into both your arms, but try to imagine a third arm kind of here, down here, holding your heart. So it's a little bit higher. It goes to your head, and you could say the head is your third arm. It's a little bit more advanced than that, because there's this way. It grows one way there and one way there. So it goes down. The third hand goes to your heart. Now yogis would say, hey, what are you doing, Rick? Don't teach them about the third arm. That's how you stop the heart. You can't do that. Yeah, well, why are you teaching that? Hey, Sadhguru would be like, I see, when you teach certain techniques, there's a particular risk involved. And then he would laugh and shake his shoulders.